Alright, guys, this week we're going to talk about the 7th grade STAR test. We're going to look at number 2. Number 2 says, an observatory is shaped like a cylinder standing on one of its bases with a dome on top. The diameter of the floor of the observatory is 64 feet. Which measurement is closest to the circumference of the base of the observatory in feet? Now, keywords, palabras importantes. We have diameter and we have circumference. The diameter, remember, is the whole length, is the whole side of a circle. El diameter es toda la línea de un círculo. So diameter is 64 feet. Now circumference. If you do not know what circumference is, si no saben qué es eso, check your pages. Miren sus páginas. If wherever you see circumference. So check your pages. Miren en sus páginas, because here is circumference. Keyword, palabra importante, circumference. For a circle, para un círculo, is if you have the radius. This is radius, write this down, radius, and this is for diameter, because here's a D, esa es la D, and aquí está el radio, la R. So in the question, we have diameter, so we're going to use, vamos a usar, this equation, this formula, esta fórmula. C equals pi RD. So circumference equals pi D. Pi D. And what is pi? Let's write it here. Pi. What is that symbol? What number? Remember, it is 3.14. Pi is 3.14. So we just plug in our numbers. Now we just plug in. Here, pi is 3.14. C equals 3.14. And what is D? ¿Qué es D? 64. What am I doing here? ¿Qué estoy haciendo? Am I adding? Am I subtracting? Am I multiplying? Am I dividing? I am multiplying, so let me multiply. 3.14 times 64. 16, 5, 12. I go to my next number, leave a space. 24, 8, 18. And I would just add 6, 9, 10, 10, 2. How many are behind the decimal? Conta detrás del decimal. 1, 2, 1, 2. My answer is F. This is circumference. Now let's do an example for radius. So here is circumference. I think that's how you spell it. Let's check. Circumference. Yep. All right, let's say I have a circle. this is my circle, and they want to find circumference. We got two equations. We got 2 pi r and pi d. Two pi r or pi d. So here in this one, I have my radius. Remember, radius is half. This is the radius. So I'm going to use this one. So C equals 2 pi r. Remember, pi is always 3.14. 3.14. And what is my radius? My radius is 6. Mi radio es 6. And I just multiply. So let me multiply the easy numbers first, los números más fáciles. 6 times 2 is 12. And then multiply the rest. Se multiplico lo demás. Times 12. This is 8, 2, 6. Leave a space. 4, 1, 3. 8, 8, 7, 3. How many are behind the decimal? 1, 2. 1, 2. My circumference is 37.88. And this is how you use circumference. Very, very easy. Let's look at number 7. This is also very, very easy. All you do is you're finding x. It says what is the solution. Remember, I have to get x by itself. Necesito x solo. My first step is take away the constant. So remember, I want to isolate for x, for the variable. My first step is take away the constant. My constant is 10, it is just the number. What is the opposite of minus? El opuesto de menos is plus 10, más 10 on both sides. This cancels. I bring down negative 4x less than or equal to 10 plus 2, 10 más 2 is 12. My next step is get x alone. I got an x solo by doing the opposite. But remember, if you multiply or divide by a negative, then flip the symbol. So here, I'm going to divide by negative 4. Since I am dividing by a negative, estoy dividiendo por negativo, the symbol is going to flip. So which ones can I eliminate if I flip the symbol? ¿Cuál puedo eliminar si cambié el símbolo? I can eliminate C and A. So now, this cancels. I have x is greater than or equal to negative divided by positive is negative. 12 divided by 4 is 3. My answer is B. X is greater than or equal to negative 3. We did this last week. Hicimos esto la semana pasada. Let's do number 10. Here is the dimensions of a triangular prism are shown. Las dimensiones de un Prisma triangular, triangular prism, that is my shape. What is the volume of the triangular prism? Volume. ¿Qué es volume? Volumen. Go to your sheet. Go to your materials. Here is volume. Volume. And it is a prism, so I'm going to use this formula. So V equals big BH. V equals big BH. And I want you to put here, big B equals area of the base. Area of the base. That is big B. So I want you to write it here. Big B equals area of the base. What is my base here? ¿Cuál es mi base? My base is the triangle, es el triángulo. So now I got area of the base. How do I get area of a triangle? That is 1 over 2 BH times H. Because area of a triangle is 1 over 2 BH. So here I have my base is 12. And my height is 8. And my height for everything, mi altura de todo, is 34. Remember, the sides do not matter. They're trying to trick you. Esos lados no importan. So let me do the inside. 1 over 2, 12 times 8. If you wanna make it easy, se lo quiero hacer más fácil. Divide 8 by 2, that is 4 times 12 times 34. 4 times 12 is 48. And then you just multiply. 48 times 34, 32, 16, 19 space, 24, 12, 14, 2, 13, 6, 1. My volume is 1,632 centimeters cubed. H. Plug in the numbers for the letters. Pongan los números para las letras. Remember, your base is always the shape. Tu base siempre es la figura que está en el nombre. So triangular prism, triangle, tu triángulo va a ser tu base. Your triangle is going to be the base. And remember the formula. Here, all you do is multiply. Aquí nada más están multiplicando, and you divide by the 1 over 2. Number 12 says, the sum. What is sum? Sum means to add. Esa suma, está en el nombre, sum, suma, of angle M and R is 90. So what this means is M plus R equals 90 degrees. And here, aquí te dice, M is 5x plus 10 and R is 55. 5x plus 10 and then R is 55 equals 90. Combine like terms. What is the same? Combinan términos que son iguales. I have two constants, so I'm going to add 5x plus 65 equals 90. And then remember, I want x alone. Quiero x solo. I have to take away the constant. Minus 65. Minus 65. This cancels. And then to subtract. This is 5 and this is 2. To get x alone, multiply. So the opposite of multiply, lo opuesto de multiplicación is divide. Divide by 5. 25 divided by 5 is 5. And x equals 5. X es 5. Very, very easy. It's all in the question. What is the value of x? ¿Cuál es el valor de x? We already did this. Ya les enseñé esto. Two-step equations. And the last one. Here I have two rectangles and a triangle. What is the area? What is the area of everything? So to find the area, I'll go back to my thing. Area of a triangle and area of a rectangle. So I'm going to use these two. Voy a usar estos dos. If you don't remember the equations, ahí están. Si no se recuerdan de las fórmulas, ahí se las dan. They give you the information. Les dan la información. So here I have two rectangles, and they are the same. Son iguales. Here I have 1.5, 1.5, 2.5, 2.5. So here, 1.5 times 2.5. Let's multiply. 25, 7. Leave a space. No, not 7. 10 plus 2 is 12. Leave a space. How many are behind the decimal? 1, 2. 1, 2. Area equals 3.75. So if they are the same, then this has to be 3.75. Si son iguales, esta también tiene que ser 3.75. I can just add it. This is 10, 15.67. So 7.5 for these two. And now I find the area of the triangle. What is this side? Remember, this is the same. So this is 1.5. This is the same. So this is 1.5. So then I multiply 1.5 times 1.5. 25, 7, space, 15. How many are behind? 2. 1, 2. Area equals 1 over 2, 2.25. And now I have to divide by 2. Tengo que dividir por 2 because 1 over 2 means to divide by 2. Two into 2, how many times? ¿Cuántas veces se mete 2 a 2? 1 time. Bring up the point. Pongan el punto. Bring down the 2. This is 1 again. Bring down the 5. This comes 2 times. Add a 0. Two into 10 is 5 minus 10 equals 0. So the area is 1.125. And then I just add the total. Sumen el total de este y este. 7.50 plus 1.125. 526. My answer is G. 8.625. Remember, it wants the total. ¿Cuál es el total?